I climbed Kilimanjaro. I just have a bunch of photos and videos I took along the way, and I also have some photos and videos from other people in the group. So I'm just gonna go through every photo take, and then just like explain my whole process on the way up, share some memories, and share some stories along the way. So for context, I've never really hiked or camped in my life. I've done a couple, trails here and there, but going into this, I had never really been that experienced at all in anything outside. I don't even go outside, guys. This is like a big thing for me to even commit to. Something that I always think about in life is if I get asked to do something, if I feel like I can come out of that experience a better person, whether that's perspective on something else, physically better, mentally better, whatever it may be, I'm gonna say yes. If I got asked to climb Everest in like a year, I would probably say yes, okay? I just don't like saying no to things that I feel like would be fun or I feel like would better me, right? So Nelson is a USA memory champion who I climbed with, and he does trips on Kilimanjaro every year, and he asked me if I wanted to go, and this is the exact text message. I said, also, I know you mentioned briefly a couple weeks ago as I was training him in GeoGuessr.
I run a trip to Kilimanjaro every year if you're ever interested in that.
Oh, that sounds, when?
This year we're doing it in August.
Okay, I'm down. That sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm actually like not putting that off the table at all. I said, I know you mentioned briefly a couple weeks ago, but I'm certainly considering joining the climb up Mount Kilimanjaro. So do you guys commit, come, it'll be awesome to have you. I said, this is me committing, let's run it. And that was it. I literally just typed it out, and as soon as I click send, you're committed. And I think this was in like January or February of this year, so a couple of months ago, like 8 months ago. I committed, and I had no experience, and I told myself I was going to train hard for these next 8 months, and I didn't. I trained maybe 5 to 6 days, and by training, I mean I literally just yelled on the treadmill, who's going to carry the logs? Day 7. It's getting easier. Who's going to carry the logs? Who's going to carry the boat? But yeah, I didn't train, and I literally thought I was gonna like not be able to do it, honestly, but we'll get there. I didn't really have that many photos or videos, but this is literally just my camera roll on my phone. I'm just gonna go through, and it should be fun. Also, shout out to everyone that shared their videos with me from my group. There's like a group of 16 of us. So day 1, right, we start, and I'm like, dude, by the time I got to the parking lot, and we had to go up the parking lot hill, I was already gassed. I'm like, oh dude, I'm so like, that's the thing, like, I'll walk upstairs at, like, this apartment I'm at right now, and I'm like, dude, how the f did I climb Kilimanjaro last week? Because I get winded on, like, 4 flights of stairs. But, as you'll probably see later on in this video, it's, like, way more mental than it is physical, I think. But yeah, so you start in, like, this, like, massive jungle. It's, like, wooded. Everything is, like, the perfect trail to go up. So basically, we started day 1 at this, like, right here. As I was walking out of the parking lot right here, like, literally on this trail right here, I'm thinking, dude, I'm already winded. I don't know how the f I'm gonna be able to climb up this whole mountain. I couldn't even get out of the parking lot at first, but I was like, you know what? This mountain is way more mental. Basically, day 1, we started at the bottom, the base, and we go on to Mashame. I did Mashame 7-day route, so we go up to Mashame camp. So basically, you just go up this jungle, and dude, it fucking sucked. I'm gonna be honest. Like, in hindsight, like, I feel like I could do it again, like, right now, but, like, in the moment, I remember thinking, I fucking hate myself. I don't know why I did this. I just want to sit behind my computer and drink a Dr. Pepper, okay? But you know what? We did it. This was day 1 of 7. Man, the end of day 1, I was down bad. Hey, yo! We also started late. We started, like, 1 p.m., and we didn't get there till, like, 6 or 7 or something like that. And that was day 1 Mashame. But basically, yeah, it's like a massive jungle, as you see here. And this is, like, the very beginning of it. It's, like, very forested. I'm using, like, a bunch of other people's videos. Shout out to Cynthia. So this was, like, our first break we took on the trip. This is me right here. And then the porters, dude, the porters. I would have never been able to climb this without the porters. So basically, for every single person in our group, there's, like, 16 or 17 of us. Everyone had one porter who, like, carried their bag, their bigger bag. Like, we still had our day pack. And then we also had, like, people carrying toilets, all the tents. I think for 16 of us, there are 70 different porters. There's 70 of us in our group. There's a ton of people helping out local Tanzanian people. You would never be able to climb Kilimanjaro without these people. Like, not even 0.1% chance. Shout out to them. They also sang a lot. And I was, dude, I didn't want, looking back, I'm like, I really wish I was more into the, like, in the moment. But, I was holding my own weight. I was doing it. But yeah, that's cool. Day 1, I think this is when we reached the camp. You can see the sun was already setting. The porters. But yeah, so yeah, this is the camp. There was a ton of people here already. So like, we were like way late, but that's, life, it happens. It was like we had to like register the bomb. It took us too long. But this was my first time ever staying in a tent, ever in my life is on Kilimanjaro. So you know what? Shout out to me. I did it. And was it the best experience ever? Yes. Would I do it again? Actually, probably. See, like, I always think like, I'm ready to climb like another mountain already, if I'm being honest. Why not? But yeah, those were our tents. And then this is like where we ate dinner every night. Dude, the freaking dinner, you would think you would have like porridge and dinner every night. Man, we were having fish, we had chicken, we would have popcorn, we had spaghetti. Like, man, we were eating like 5-star entrees out here, man. We had a chef, a porter, 2 chefs that cooked for us every, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's wild. It's wild. I mean, we would have pancakes at like 14,000 elevation. It's wild. So this was the next morning after the first night in the tent, and the porters woke us up singing another song, I think. Dude, this song is so catchy. First dripped at the wazoo. Yeah, so that's always fun. The porter's good energy. I think our lead guide, his name is Dennis. He's summoned it over 300 times. So like we are in good hands, you know, very, very good hands. Joseph, shout out to Joseph here. He's climbed 250 times, something like that. I think is what he told me. Very, very cool. It's just another selfie. I think I was just down bad in my tent. Next day, day 2, it was like we're still in the forest, so we hadn't really seen the peak of Kilimanjaro yet, but you're still going up. Oh, and also, dude, these walking sticks, that's me right here. I only brought one walking stick. Also, dude, I didn't own any equipment. I didn't even have boots to climb Kilimanjaro until 2 weeks before I started. I went to some random shop in Cape Town and said, this is what I need. I think I spent like $3,000. I ended up giving everything away to the local porter too. So I don't even have any of this anymore, but you know what? Worth it. But these walking sticks, amazing. I don't think I would have been able to do it without one of those. I think it's just like a video of the climb. Look at me, my walking stick. Great view. This is like right when you're getting above the clouds on day 2 and you're like, wow, this is kind of sick. The porters are carrying everything. Like this is insane. This is like someone's sleeping bag, all their clothes, everything like that. They're easily carrying like a lot. I think I took a selfie here somewhere, but this was like kind of cool. You know, at this point on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, it's at like a 4 or a 5. Like it sucks, but you didn't really realize how bad I was gonna get. But you get good views like this on the way up. It's kind of worth it. You know, you're like, wow, that's a thing, dude. Like nature is so nature is so motivational. Like every time you see a mountain or something like that, I got like a spurt of like energy. I'm like, okay, I can do this. That was sick, you know? That was always cool. I think this is another really cool video. And it's so beautiful. You know, it's my first time really like seeing anything like this. Mountains are sick. I love mountains. Being above the clouds like that was so cool. You woke up in the clouds. Again, here's the porter. Oh, there's my selfie. Just a selfie with the cloud. Also, my hair, dude, I mentioned this in a video before, but I just got my haircut at like a local Tanzanian barber, and he gave me a haircut for like 50 cents. He didn't even own a pair of scissors, so I was sitting there, and he just for like 10 minutes. Kind of cool. They would have like random outhouses on the way up. I think I got a photo in front of one of them. This is such a cool video. This is the first time we could see the summit of Kilimanjaro right there, which is really cool because like you were in the forest all the time, you couldn't really see. There it is. Okay, so this is the summit of Kilimanjaro on day 2. That's me. Mom says my turn on the Xbox. This is me trying to find signal on my phone, by the way. I've never gone that long without signal. But you can see here, the outhouses all had Polish poles. I thought that was funny, but yeah, I'm just living my life, bro. Just living my life. Me and Killy. Selfie. I posted this on Twitter. That was for Twitter. I ended up finding service. So this was, dude, this is where it kind of got sucky. Like day 2, man, it was okay. Day 2 was probably one of the easier days. This is day 2, right? So we start here, Mashami, and then you get out of the jungle right here, and you go up, you know, you walk. I think that photo I just showed you guys is like right around here somewhere, so we're like kind of close. We're going to Shira camp, which is my favorite camp, and you guys will see. I'll explain why. But this is where day 2, where it was like, yeah, it's good. You know, I'm dealing with it. You know, I think I remember telling myself out loud, like I'm proud of myself. I did have those words. You know, I was like very much giving myself some good motivation, and yeah, that's me right there. I was very much pro AirPods on this hike. I'm not very social, you know. Climbing Mount Kilimanjaro is almost a feat in itself, as is me being with 16 different strangers for a week. Honestly, music just helps pass time and, you know, gets you through some pain. I only have one playlist downloaded, so I listen to like the same 30 songs for 7 days. But you know what? Life. This is where we had to do some climbing, I think. Yeah. So we had to like go up these rock walls. Kind of cool. Another view of Killy. Yeah. So basically, this is where we climbed the rocks, and you had to go like all the way. Like, man, it sucks being able to see where you have to go because you're like, dude, that's fucking far. You know, you're right here, and you know you have to go like all the way over here. You're like, man. But we eventually got there, and this was the camp. And this was my favorite camp. 2 reasons. One, look at this view, brother. Look how beautiful this is. And the other thing about that was so good about it was that it was so flat. Like when you get into this high elevation and you have to like go take a piss outside at like 2 a.m., the last thing you want to do is be climbing up rocks. So it's just flat, and you can just go outside and take a whiz. Kind of nice. And again, the porter is singing to us. See, these were all the porters for 16 people. It giving a lot of the locals employment, and it's also just like so helpful to have that much help. Man, watching this back, I miss this so much. Hey. Look at that sunset above the clouds. This is such a special video. So cool. Yeah, so this is the sunset, dude. Look at this. I think I took a selfie here somewhere. Oh, this was the first day I started learning the area codes. So basically on day 2, day 1 I was too like down bad. I didn't have time. I was just like, dude, get me out. Me and Nelson, the memory guy, had a goal of like memorizing every single US area code on the way up. And so this was his like method he taught me. I think I got like a pretty decent amount. I'm still working on it. I'll probably finish in like a week. But yeah, this was day 1 of that. And you know what? It's cool. Oh, there's my selfie with my nice hat. Man, look at those clouds. What a special moment or place to be. I definitely was very present. Okay, this was the next morning. Dude, morning day 3, I was like, I'm f***ed. I woke up and, you know, you're not in that high elevation, but it's cold. It is so cold this morning on day 3. So we're started here, and day 3 was the worst day of my life. Actually, summit day was the worst day of my life. Day 3 is the second worst day of my life. And this is where like I was like, I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to do this, right? Every morning we would wake up at like 6 or 7 a.m. and you would start hiking and you wouldn't get there till like 3 or 4. But this day, like, I don't think we were done until like 6 or 7 or something. Like, I don't even know, man. It was so bad. So basically, start here at Sheer Camp and you go up here. I think this should be Lava Tower right here somewhere. So basically, Lava Tower is at like 19,000 feet elevation and you start feeling very sick. Like, I remember getting very, very sick and like I was so down bad. I didn't say a word to anyone. All I had was this massive headache and I just wanted to just like curl up in the ball and just like scream. I was like so sick. And like I was never vomiting or nauseous or anything like that. Just like when you have a headache and you have to walk like 4 hours in the cold with a headache, you're just like, dude, this is not fun. Like, why did I pay to do this? But yeah, so this is the route we took that day. So you start here, you walk all the way up, and then you come to Lava Camp. And basically why you come to Lava Camp, you come to 19,000 feet here to acclimatize to the elevation, and then you go back down. So it's like this whole time I'm walking up here, I'm like, dude, I'm walking up all this just to go right back down. But it was great. So this is Lava Camp, and I think I have some photos and everything from that. And like, there might even be photos of how down bad I was. But I started the day, it was freezing. I actually put on like my summit gear in the morning, ended up taking it off. This is the start, I think, of day 3. 1-second video, but that's just everyone getting ready for the day, packing their bags. Yeah, above the clouds there. It's very beautiful, I must say. It's pretty cool. So yeah, this is going up to Lava Camp, I think. Man, this was long. There's very few videos I have of this, but like, it's hard to get in context how long of a hike it really was. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I have a video. Yeah, so this is where you're going all the way over here, past here. Like, this is like right here at this moment, and then we had to get to like right over there somewhere. I remember thinking, man, this is like, my headache was so bad because you have to remember, you're at like 19,000 feet elevation, and like your body, the oxygen levels, they would test your oxygen every night. And dude, my oxygen, I think on this night, I think it was like a 73, which is fine, but like compared to everyone else in the group, it was pretty low. Like on average, my oxygen was like around 80, 82 out of 100. My heart rate was like 120, 125. Not very fun. So this is where we get to Lava Tower. You can see the summit there really well. That's me being down bad. Also, I forgot to put sunscreen on. Look how my rosy cheeks, brother. Yeah, that was bad. I was super red, but the views from Lava Camp were great. Look at that. That's Lava Tower right there. And then we stopped here and ate lunch. Dude, I remember eating lunch, like this lunch, my appetite was gone. I didn't want to eat anything. Keep in mind, the porters, they left at the same time as us, so they like sprint past us. They set up camp and cook lunch for us, so by the time we get there, lunch is ready. It's like the best thing ever. Like, they deserve, aw, beautiful selfie, and me in front of the summit. This porter, I think he's a guy. His name was John, and so every time I saw him, we would do this, because John, like John Cena. It was how he introduced himself. Shout out to John for watching this. So after you get to Lava Tower Camp, you go back down. I think this tree right here is only found on Kilimanjaro. It looks so prehistoric. It's super sick. It's super cool, and that you see them kind of scattered through pretty rarely. Very, very good views. Like, as much as I joke about not going outside, like, being outside is kind of sick. So this is Baranco Camp, which is arguably my second favorite camp, because right about here on these rocks right here, you get service on your phone. So it would be like 9 p.m. at night, pitch black, and I'd just be sitting there freezing cold, just trying to get service on my phone because I'm just a fiend. Great view of Kili here. I love Baranco Camp. Look at this video I took. Such a special place. See, you can see these are the rocks where my service was, and you can see bros on the phone. So yeah, that's Baranco. And the next day is this is the night we got there. Next day is you're climbing up from here all the way up, and you scale this mountain up here. But the night, that's one of the most special things about this whole trip, is that at the night you can see the stars so clearly. Living in LA for the past like 6 years, and like looking up and only seeing LA smog, and to actually be able to see the clear stars and the galaxy, you can see the galaxy. It was like one of the most special. This is with your clear eye. This is my iPhone 12. Such a special moment. This is the morning of the camp where you kind of pack up and get ready for the day. It's like 6 or 7 a.m. at this point. The wind was outrageous. I remember sleeping at night sometimes, and all you can hear is like the wind was about to take you away. But man, it's so cool. Yeah, so this Baranco wall, you can see there's a lot of people. It's not like you're out there by yourself. There's tons of other people out there climbing the same mountain you are. But we ended up going late. We started later this day just so we didn't have to get in the mix of it, because it's kind of a dangerous wall. Not really. All things considered, it's more dangerous. I think I have an amazing photo at the kissing rock that's pretty iconic. Yeah, so this is like the kissing rock. You're supposed to kiss this rock. It's like good luck or something. But this is me scaling, right? And then bro is just not having it. Like, this right here, this has a major meme potential.
Oh my god, bro. Oh hell no, man. What the f, man?
It's probably one of my favorite photos. He just is like, dude, just let me by. I'm not with it. This is the top of Baranco Wall where you get there and there's amazing views, but I was just like super tired. I asked a porter to take a photo of me by the clouds. Why do I look so short, guys? I'm 6'1". Okay, cool. But I look so like tiny here. Bro, this was where I started hating my life. This was the worst part. Baranco Wall is fun because you guys like climb the little wall, you know, and do your little thing and, you know, scale the little mountain, right? But then you have to keep walking for like another like 5 hours. So this is where the camp was, or where you saw the like cloud stuff, and you climb up this mountain here, right? And you get here like, wow, that was fun. You scaled this whole mountain going up these massive rocks, and you get here and you're like, oh, I wonder how much I have left. It's surely we're almost done, right? Nope. You start here, you keep going, 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 you keep going. This right here, this ridge doesn't look that bad. Keep in mind, you guys, I didn't train for this, you know, and so I was like pretty down bad. But by the time, you know, after you walk for like 5 hours and you get here and you see that the camp's right there, but you have to go down like 100 meters and then back up like 100 meters. Dude, it was rough. But basically, yeah, so this is kind of, you can see here, you're going up, you're going down, but you're going up, you know, and it's just long. You're just tired, man. You're just tired. This is another viewpoint of it. This is after, and you're just like, man, I can't believe I just walked all that. Literally my whole strategy the whole time was just look down and just like look at the person's feet in front of me, because I don't want to see what's in front of me. This was it, dude. I hated this, man. Because you could see the camp right there, but you can't even see the bottom here, but you have to go all the way down, and this is like straight up again. Dude, it was rough, man. It was rough. And then we get to the camp, and I think I'm just like miserable. This was the worst camp by far. Like, this camp sucked. I feel like I'm complaining too much. But this was, you're at insanely high elevation, and it was wild. It was wild to be, like, this rocky, and you're so tired. You have the worst altitude headache. Like, I remember I was having so many headaches, and I didn't want to take any medicine for it because I didn't want it to, like, obscure my symptoms, so I would just, like, live with it. And you're also on Dimox. We're taking Dimox, which is, like, altitude medicine. But, like, one of the side effects of the Dimox is you have to go to the bathroom a lot. Bro, you're just, like, pissing, like, 20-25 times a day, and it sucked. Especially when you're in your tent and it's like late at night, you have to get out of your tent and like go find a place to piss that doesn't get on people's other tents. This was, you can see how down bad I am, dude. I was like, holy there's dirt all over you. It's so dusty. Dude, this is just me taking selfies of me in pain. That's kind of funny. I don't remember these selfies. Yeah, this is my tent. That's my bag. It's just dirty. This is where we're eating. I think we had like mac and cheese that night or something, or that's popcorn. Burro's just... Also, we had to drink 3 liters of water a day, which was not that hard, but kind of hard. But yeah, so this was our last night before summit. And so basically, the reason why this day sucks so bad, it's 4 p.m. But then you have to wake up at 11 p.m. for summit. So the next day is summit day. So this is where you're at the highest elevation you're going to sleep at, and it's time to summit. And I am so glad that when you wake up at 11 p.m. to summit, you can't see what you're climbing that day. Because if I saw what I had to climb, I would have said, no, thank you. You guys go have your fun. It's just straight up. Yeah, so we wake up. This is like probably 11:15. We had breakfast, whatever you want to call it, at 11 p.m. And we left by, I think, around midnight. And so basically all you could see is everyone had their headlamps, but all you could see was your feet and the lights in front of you. So the only way you knew where you're going and you would look up and you see headlamps in front of you is for like miles. Very, very fun. Here's another picture of the summit day. My phone died this whole day, by the way. So none of these are my photos. But yeah, so this was on the way up summit, and man, this was the hardest day of my life, by far the hardest day of my life. Is it the most rewarding day of my life too? Yes, very much so. It's 11 p.m. You leave at 11 p.m. so you can get there to the summit by sunrise. And so it's like 7 hours of straight walking uphill, hiking uphill. And on the way up, you have your glimpse of hopes. I think the porter starts singing to us again, and you get some energy back. It's just this for 7 hours. Man, that's crazy. But besides the help from the guides and everyone, you know, keeping you motivated, the single most motivating thing of this whole morning was seeing the sunrise. Man, I'm gonna get emotional. I'm gonna cry, man. This photo right here, dude, it's like the longest 7 hours of your life, and it's like freezing cold, and you're miserable, and you're losing hope. You see the sunrise at this like such high altitude, climbing Mount Kilimanjaro with everyone, and it's such a special moment, man. It's such a special thing, a special treat. Like, there's very few moments in life that will ever give me the feeling I had in this moment right here. You can see the horizon, you know, the sun. Also, man, the earth is actually flat. Look at that. That's crazy. And then the sun comes out, you just get this newfound rejuvenation. And you're like, these past like 5-6 days have been the shittiest days ever. You know, it's been great with friends and everything, but man, this has been hard. And you're like, I'm so close, and the sun comes up and you're like, I'm doing it. You know, you can't give up at this point. You just can't. This is us celebrating the sunrise.
What a timing!
It's just a special moment, and everyone needed that. It was long, switchbacks the whole way. It sucks. You're probably about like right here somewhere ish, and the sun rises, and you can look to and look and see the sun. Oh, look how pretty! You can see like the town below you, and it's like super pretty, and you have all this motivation from the sun. But these next like hour or two was the hardest hour or two because you're so close, and you can't quit. But the elevation and your oxygen is just like you have the worst headache. You're trying to climb, and it's just like incredibly tiring. Every single step you take, you're like with the oxygen, man. But eventually I made it to Stella Point. This is like, I guess, pretty high. I thought this was the peak at first, and I was like celebrating. But then you keep walking, you see the glaciers, and you're so close to the point. Look at that. That's so cool. And then
welcome, Guru. Welcome, good job. Hi, Simba.
I did it. I summited Mount Kilimanjaro, man. Who's gonna carry the fucking logs? Who's gonna carry the boat? I'm gonna carry the boat. I'm gonna carry the logs. And I summited Mount Kilimanjaro with like 0 training. Tell me to touch grass again, I dare you. Okay? I might f around and actually do it. Okay? There might not be grass here, but I still did touch some grass, okay? Look at myself. Look how chapped my lips are. What is this?
You made it to the top, brother. Look at that.
Dude, it's surreal.
How hard
I've
was
never
it?
been more proud of myself. Oh, that's whole. It was hard though.
It's hard.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life by far.
Is it harder than memorizing area codes?
Well, I remember it was like 10. I think at this point I probably couldn't remember any. Yeah.
Nice job, dude.
Man, that's a cool video. I'm glad I have that. These words where I'm like I'm proud of myself. That's look at this stuff with the glaciers. Man, the earth is sick. It's pretty special. It's pretty special. But man, going down sucked. You go up and you spend 6 days going up, and you spend 1.5 day going down, and then you sleep on one camp on the way down. I think this is where we have like they give you like a song to as they say goodbye. What a special moment, bro. I look dude, what happened to bro? Look at this dude. Oh my god, dude, this shirt I still have somewhere. It's forever. But yeah, this is at the bottom, or you made it to the bottom. You guys know what the first thing I did was get a fucking Coke, baby. Cheers. I did it. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. I sit here and play Google Map game, okay? I don't go outside. I've never been on a hike, I've never been camping, but I did it, and no one can ever take that from me. So, shout out to Axe Ventures. I'm gonna put the Instagram on the screen here. It's who I went with. It's Nelson's company. I paid full price for everything. This is not an ad, but do it, man. You guys should do it. Reach out if you want. And if you're serious about it, I definitely recommend Axe Ventures because it's like the food we had was insane. Dennis, our lead guide, Denny, class act. He's summited like 300 times and he's probably one of the best people I've ever met in my life. And I trust that guy with my life. I mean, he gave me a full tour of Moshi in Tanzania for like 2 days before because I got there early. Picked me up from the airport, took me to get a haircut. It was all around just a great experience, man. Yeah, so I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself.